Alright, I got me my sub. Giant roast beef. Oh, I need a key. This is not an SP, so I need a key. That is okay. I don't need to be fancy. Alright. Now we go all the way around so I can get into traffic. So I can go and get my wife's sub now because she needs a chicken finger sub. And that place does not sell chicken finger subs. They're more of a deli meat kind of place, which is why I get my roast beef. I wish they had like an au jus sauce or something, because that would be good. Probably should have recorded the time that I called to order her sub. They said about 20-25 minutes. I need to be sure I take complete advantage of said 20 to 25 minutes on this motorcycle. Maybe 30 minutes. It's a chicken finger sub, so it's not like it's gonna go bad or anything. It's supposed to be hot, but she can eat it cold. Alright. Yep. I'm in second gear. Doing, I don't even know, I think it was up to 60, 70. Nah, it's gotta have been 100. It must have been 100 in second gear. This bike is just so fast compared to what I'm used to anyways. I know it's not the fastest bike out there by any means, but it's my fastest bike. Speed limit's 45, I should not do 85. It's very hard to hear my music when I'm doing 85. Wind reduction is working very well. watched my other video, I did say that when I hit 60 miles, I'll pretend that there is another zero behind it, or 600. The recommended break-in is 600 miles. Let's downshift a little bit. The recommended break-in is 600 miles. However, I am not a firm believer in the hey, you must be easy on this bike for 600 miles. I'm more of a logical thinker. This bike idles at 1,000 or so revolutions per minute, so that tells me that within several minutes the cylinder walls are going to be either destroyed, scratched to crap, or they're going to, you know, sit in like they should. And then as the engine heats up, your piston rings will expand and sit or do what they have to do, right? I don't think the mileage has anything to do with it. And I get centrifugal force. You're spinning something that's the same diameter faster and faster. The forces applied to it are going to be greater and greater. But again, they're designed to withstand 12,000 RPMs already. From what I understand, the braking period is all about the cylinder walls, not about the shafts. But I could be wrong again. I'm not a mechanic, so don't take my word for it. I'm sure we'll get at least nine experts in the comments. I ride this road a lot. I really should pick another road for the next video. Look at that Corvette. Here's some, that was a sheriff, I think. Traffic polling. Do a little traffic polling, that's what I call that. Oh, balloon. I don't think that was a balloon, that was something hard. That was a very delayed shift. Don't mind it. So one thing I do like about this bike, compared to my old bike, is my old bike, it would kind of psych you out. If you're in 6th gear, you could still pull the clutch in and try to upshift. The shifter will move. But, and the same thing with downshifting. If you're in 1st gear, it will move. Obviously there's no gears, but the shifter will move. In this one, and maybe that's a modern bike versus an older bike, right? An antique. This bike, you cannot shift after hitting 6. Like the shifter will not move, and then the same thing with downshifting and 1st, it will not move. I have never experienced that before, but again, that could be something that just every modern bike does. But I'll say it again, my bike is 37 years old. Right, 1, 2, I don't have enough fingers. It's old. if it's because I'm still in the relatively low side of the RPMs. When I've watched other videos about this bike and people stating that just by pulling on the throttle without engaging and disengaging the clutch to do a proper wheelie, by just pulling on the throttle the front wheel comes up. I haven't been able to do that, and I'm quite jealous. But maybe when I get higher up, if I start getting comfortable with the bike and start hitting the 10,000 RPMs and pull on the throttle, maybe it'll do it then, because right now it doesn't. We will see later on though. This is my pizza place. Good gas. They are indeed good. So this is a little annoying. I've been having issues with my GoPro. I use my phone to control it, but the preview doesn't work all the time like it should, even though it's connected with both Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. And then at the same time, gotta get in front of you. Me first. What was I saying? So I clicked the record button and it said beep, like it should, right? And then it doesn't do anything on my phone. It doesn't say it's recording, it doesn't say anything. It should say it's recording. And then when I go to turn it off, it just does this very long beep. It should beep like 3 times, and it doesn't. But when I take my helmet off to look to see what my GoPro is doing, it's recording the whole damn time. I don't know why it's acting up. I've only had it for a couple of months, but I might be returning it soon. So one thing that someone asked me was to do a video of my GoPro setup for my helmet. I can do that. I'll probably do that tomorrow since it's supposed to rain, or this weekend. Whenever it rains is when I'll do it, because I don't have to be outside. Obviously I can just do it in the garage or something. But essentially I have the GoPro Hero 12. I record at 5.3K. I use the natural coloring settings at 800 ISO, and then I change it afterwards if I need to. I will change the coloring and the contrast and all that nice stuff. I do 800 because it doesn't really wash it out with all the light. It's a little bit darker, I guess. Again, by no means am I a professional, but I am the, I guess, jack of all, master of none. I know how to do a little bit of enough of everything, but not enough to tell you exactly how to do it, right? I get by. I know how to breathe. Occasionally I eat, and I don't stare up into the sky with my mouth wide open as it rains, so I survive. I am hungry. So I went to this restaurant. Where was I? I cannot remember where the hell I was now. I lost my wife. She'll remember. She knows everywhere I go. Anyways, they had this dish called Scottish eggs. I have never had Scottish eggs before, and everyone was trying to explain it to me what the hell they were, and it just confused the hell out of me. But essentially, it's a hard-boiled egg covered in like a ground sausage, deep fried in some type of batter to make the outside of it crispy, and then they cut it in half, kind of like a deviled egg style, where they don't mush up the yolk of it, and then you dip it in honey mustard. Oh, so good, so good. I never imagined a deep fried egg would be delicious, but it is. If any place that you go to ever sells the Scottish eggs, I highly recommend you try them. Every time I lift my visor up, it turns green. I find that funny. Like, in my car, I have the automatic engine shut off for when you come to a complete stop at a red light or a stop sign. And every single time I come to a complete stop at a red light, it immediately changes green. And yet, I find myself sitting at red lights for 30, 45 seconds, even a minute, on my motorcycle. I cannot do that in that car. The universe will just not let me. And this is why I set it for 800 ISO, is because when the sun hits that lens, it doesn't let in so much light. Where if it's at 1600, which is I think the standard, it'll kind of wash out the coloring, and it's very hard to recover the footage after that point. I'm sure there's a way to do it. I am not that advanced to do it, so that's why I set it for 800. Alright, I'm gonna cut the video off here, ride around for a little while, and then go home. Thanks for watching. See you next time.